Hey guys, I'm sitting down here with you today to talk about empowerment. And where does empowerment come from? It comes from your naked truth. And where does your naked truth come from? It comes from your pain and dealing with your emotional pain, your physical pain, and your mental pain. And through dealing with those pains, that's actually how you get empowered. So is it easy? No. Empowerment doesn't just happen. All of a sudden I'm empowered. We go through, our emotions to get there. So today I am here to talk to you about my own emotional and physical pain. So two key components. One is on the physical level is my back, and two, lately things that have been resurfacing for me is my body image. So it's really important for me today, regards to body image, not wearing all makeup, all natural, almost naked. No, not quite. But yeah, so what I've come to realize on the physical part of my back pain is our bodies are literally alarm systems. They are telling us where we need to support ourselves, where we need to express ourselves, where we need to be courageous, where we need to love, where we need to speak our truth, where we need to listen, where we need to maybe see something or a different perspective, and also maybe gain some knowledge as well. So each experience and each physical pain is actually here to teach you something, and that's why it shows up in different areas of your body, and it's just an alarm system telling you need to reevaluate your thoughts. Maybe you need to reevaluate your lifestyle. Maybe you need to have a different perspective on something that you're going through because it's happening for you, not to you. In regards to my back, it was all about supporting myself through a place of love. And I have always served others, what I've come to notice, without any boundaries really. I've just served and gone out of my way to serve to the point where I am exhausted, and it's not fun to do that. And through that process, I am still on that journey, as my back pain goes up and down, but I feel as I go on to this new journey that my back pain will go away, because now I am fully supporting myself in alignment with mind, body, spirit, and the universe. Now I want to talk about body image. So body image, we all have it. It's something I've dealt with on and off through the years. Lately, I've done a lot of self-reflection on body image, and what I've come to realize through that reflection, and I'm not gonna say any names, I'm not calling people out, because I already forgave those people, and this is not a place of victimhood, but more of a place to love myself more. So my body image actually started when I was probably around 12 years old. I had a coach who basically wanted me to be tall and bigger and stronger, and I needed to grow every day, twice a day, because I practiced for 6 hours a day, like nonstop. Would tell me, when are you gonna grow, when are you gonna grow, because I was a late bloomer. I was 12 years old. All the girls were twice the height of me, double the size of me, and I was just basically, very small for my age. And he would constantly remind me of how small I was, which you may think like, oh, it's good to be, small and slender. Well, in sports, there's a fine line of being too big and too small and too this and too that for your performance. And so it started there. Then when I was 13 and 14, I had a coach in a joking way that few times, not as frequently, but it did happen a few times, telling me that, you know, I was fat, and I definitely was not. If I had any old photos to show you, I was freaking ripped, like ripped. And so the psychology of that, when you're 13, 14, is a very crucial age in development. Anyone who coaches, teaches, or has kids of their own knows that that is a crucial stage, especially for girls, because that's kind of when they start to hit puberty, even though for me, it was a bit later. And then when I was 16 and 17 years old, I had another coach tell me I needed to change my diet. I needed to go on to eat right for your blood type. And that for whatever reason, I was also ripped. I was like a size 4. And for normal standards and for sports, that's healthy, but for tennis standards, where you'll see a lot of these women have very slender legs, and they're tall, and they're just very tall and lean, and that was not my body type. I was always more muscular, my legs were always bigger, and because of that, I guess I needed to change my diet. So that was the beginning of a long cycle of diets in my life. I went through so many different diets of, from no carbs to low fat to keto to just everything for so long that at some point my body was just like, what the hell are you doing? And then, you know, I also went through different phases of having adrenal fatigue, so that didn't help, and I gained, you know, 15, 20 pounds, which for some, you're like, oh, 15, 20 pounds, that's not that much. But when you're competing in sports at a professional level, 15, 20 pounds is a lot. So yeah, you know, what I've come to realize, and I have no grudges towards them, like I said, this is not a place to, you know, a place of victimhood at all. I've still talk to those coaches, or most of them, and I love them. What I've come to realize is, through those experiences and then through my own internal battle of self-image and body image, it's really a place to call for love. It's a place for you to love yourself. And they were literal people in my life telling me in different ways that I needed to love myself. And you guys might think, like, how is that possible? Well, it happens that way because if you're allowing someone else's words to affect you, to make you insecure, to make you doubt yourself, that means you're not secure within yourself. That means you're not confident in yourself to a certain degree. That means you're not loving yourself to a certain degree. So that's where people may say things to you, and it doesn't just have to be in body image, it could be in work, and they say something and you're just like, what the hell? And you get triggered. There's a point for you being triggered. It is a place to love yourself. It is a place to love them. So I send all those coaches out lots of love. And through that experience, and more recently in really understanding loving myself from within, supporting myself from within, doing things from my heart, which, you know, a lot of the time I always thought I did. That's the weird thing about empowerment. You think you're doing all the right things, but the core beliefs and issues you're not dealing with, and most people are afraid of pain. And I was too. I'm not saying my own journey was easy. If you would have talked to me a couple weeks ago, I was crying my eyes out. I made a huge decision to transition out of tennis, and more in alignment of actually wanting to help more kids, as I think this is a huge issue for teenage girls and boys and all ages, because we all have it. But really, I want to help. I have a huge passion in helping kids, and I've come to realize that it's outside of the tennis lines. I need to help more, and I want to do it through my own experience and helping others that you can do bigger and greater things, and that's through loving and supporting yourself. And certain situations happen and it's an act of call to love. This is one of my mentors that I work with, Pamela Erlin. She has helped me, and yeah, so everything that we go through life, a lot of people talk about love and fear. It's not love and fear, guys. It's love and a call to love. So whatever is happening in your life, it is a place that you are being called to love. And back to what I do want to say about teenagers and that whole aspect, I think it's really hard for girls and boys, so much today with social media, that parents, we need to do a better job in instilling confidence in your kids. And it's not easy, as I have come from a loving and supportive family. I've just recently talked about some of these resurfacing issues that I had at a younger age with my mom, and I told her some of the things, and she was like, that happened? Like, she had no idea. So a lot of the time, even that, some kids will not talk to their parents, but that's why we have coaches. That's why we have mentors. That's why we have teachers. That's why we have brothers and sisters, blood related, not. But I really encourage kids, because I know for myself, for most of my life, it was really hard to talk about this. And that's why it was really important for me today not to wear any makeup, to, almost be naked. No, just kidding. And yeah, so basically, it's all a learning process. It is a place to forgive, thank the person, thank the situation, thank the lesson. And for people who really want true empowerment, you need to deal with the pain. And I know those are really scary truths, because I've dealt with it for myself. And the only reason why I am able to sit and talk to you here today and not cry, and to be vulnerable and to be open about my own story, is because I've dealt with those pains. And it really, really holds a true statement. Like, you really don't know what other people are dealing with. So when you're gossiping about someone else and you're judging someone else, that's just really a sign of your own judgment upon yourself. When you gossip about other people, that's your own insecurity of gossiping in some form or fashion that you don't like about yourself. Because if you like everything about you, you don't really need to talk about other people. It's just like, what's the point? I still have, some people will be like, oh my God, can you believe that? And I'm just like, okay, yeah. And then I move on. I don't, I at least acknowledge that they, expressed what they wanted to say, but I do not further on the conversation of gossip. It just has never resonated with me, really. And now I am empowered to not continue that gossip. And what else? Sorry guys, I'm just looking at my notes to see if I missed anything else out. But yeah, so basically, everything we go through is there for us to learn, to actually empower us, and to support yourself, because you're the only person that can fill your own cup. When you're looking for other people to do it, is not a true fulfillment. So Even though it may hurt to go through that pain, as I really truly understand the heartache, the courage, the vulnerability, the growth that you have to go through. It is freaking scary as hell, but I can literally sit and tell you right now that it's true empowerment to your core when you deal with those emotions and those pains. And those physical pains are also there for a reason. They don't just show up, and we don't always know why, where they come from. Obviously, I've been dealing with mine for almost 10 years, and I thought I was fully supporting myself. So, and most people who know me would probably be like, yeah, she's a go-getter, she does this, she does that, and yeah. But there's a deeper core truth. And if any of you guys want to reach out and need some help along the way, that's what I'm here to do. This is my purpose and passion. I love working with kids, and you know, coping with those emotions is huge on all levels, as when we don't deal with them as kids, we're still dealing with them as adults. It's just pushed way further down, and it's harder to recognize. So I love you guys. I'm sending you lots of energy, love, and light. And more than anything, enjoy the moment. Enjoy where you are, even in this awkward transition and whatever each one of you are dealing with. Enjoy it. Okay? Much love.